Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I am so happy you're here. My name is Hannah, and on my channel I do anti-MLM content. I also have a clothing reselling business on the Poshmark app, so I make a lot of reselling and Poshmark tips and tricks videos as well. This week on my channel, I've uploaded a new anti-MLM video every single day, Monday through Friday. My husband has actually been out of town on a work trip all week long, so I've been home alone. It's just been me and my two cats, and it's honestly been so fun because this has kept me so busy. It's Friday morning when I'm filming this, and this video is gonna go up this afternoon. He also gets home today, which I'm very excited for, but this has kept me so busy. It has taken up all of my time. Each of these MLM Top Fails videos takes me anywhere between like 6 and 8 hours, start to finish, like finding the clips, writing down some notes, filming it, editing it, uploading it, all of that. So this whole week, Monday through Friday, it's been like 8 hours a day that I'm making these videos, and it's so fun. Like, I'm having the time of my life. And I bring all of that up just to say thank you. The support for these videos this week has been absolutely incredible. I can't even verbalize it. I'm seeing the support being reflected in my subscriber count. It is like growing exponentially, like more than it ever has. I'm also seeing that support be reflected in the most kind, thoughtful, sweet, supportive comments. It warms my heart. I don't even think I can explain to you like how amazing it is to see how many people are so supportive of me doing this kind of content. I've had my focus solely on Poshmark stuff for like an entire year, and just recently I've kind of been sprinkling in the anti-MLM as well. The purpose of me uploading a new anti-MLM video every day this week, number one, to keep me occupied, obviously. But number two, just to kind of like build up that anti-MLM playlist. I have a huge playlist of Poshmark videos. There's like over 40 videos on that one. But now with this video, this is MLM Top Fails 10. That's awesome. I'm so happy to have 10 videos on a playlist. I feel like that's super bingeable. I love it. I'm so excited. Let's get into today's video. First on the agenda, a Monat rep. If you've watched all my Top Fails videos by now, you know I love some Monat. We have a returning character here. I've featured her in a couple other of my videos. She's at the very top of Monat. I like to focus on the people that are really high up in the company because typically they're the ones that are hosting the trainings. They're the ones that are making it appear like this opportunity is available for anybody, which we obviously know it's not. I think it's super interesting to see the difference in perspective of the people at the top of the company and how they are portraying themselves in their outlook and their perspective on this opportunity versus the people at the bottom of the company who are listening to what these people at the top are saying and how they are interpreting it and regurgitating it and becoming brainwashed by it. So fascinating. Anyway, the clip that we're gonna watch is a top earner in Monat, and she's talking about the investment for joining the business opportunity.
People up is that it starts with a low investment. You can join as a market partner for as little as $199, or the highest product pack is $849. When someone spends less than the average cost for starting your own business, which is hundreds of thousands of dollars, it's easy to walk away from it. You know, you buy a product pack for a few $100, use the product, love it, but you don't treat it as a business because you haven't invested that much. And that's where people go wrong. That's actually what makes it the best opportunity.
What she's trying to say here is that people don't take Monat seriously as a real business because the startup cost is too low, the investment is too low, and that people think it's too good to be true. How can it possibly be that cheap to start your own business? People don't take Monat seriously as a real business opportunity because the startup cost, the initial investment that you are putting into the business, does not go towards anything that a real business owner would be investing in. You're essentially just spending hundreds of dollars on hair care product for yourself and then calling yourself a business owner. A real entrepreneur who wants to start their own hair care company would not begin by going out and buying $200 of somebody else's hair care products. Like, in what world does that make sense? She's also trying to say that starting your own business costs hundreds of thousands of dollars. But I Googled average cost to start a business, and the US Small Business Administration says that it's around $3,000. So this exaggeration of like, why go and spend hundreds of thousands to start a business when you could just spend $199? It's a total fallacy that by spending $199 on a product pack makes you a business owner. And yes, it's true that you would spend less money to join Monat than you would to start up your own small business, but at least the money that you're spending on your own small business is going towards actual business expenses and not just product for yourself.
Low initial investment. You can make that investment back in 1 hour. Treat it like a business, and it will pay you like a business. Has passed in the last 4 years that I haven't treated this like the serious, incredible business that it is. Not one day. And it's greatly enriched my life and the lives of thousands of others. I am not the only one making money. We have 4 other $1 million earners just on my team, and we've been a team for less than 5 years. So if you can treat that $200 investment like a $200,000 investment, act like you got way more skin in the game and show up, the sky is absolutely the limit. I will keep talking about this because there is nothing better out there.
She said that if you wanted to, you could make your initial investment back in just 1 hour. So let's do some math. Let's give her the benefit of the doubt and assume that she's talking about the cheapest product pack and how that could be easy to make back in 1 hour. Let's say we sign up today, we get the $200 product pack, which is the cheapest one. Market partners make a 30% commission on retail sales, so if you wanted to make your $200 investment back by only selling product, you would have to sell $667 of product in 1 hour. That is a lot of product. That's a lot of different people that you would probably have to find who are committing themselves to buying really expensive shampoo. However, if you would rather make your money back by recruiting, you make $50 for every market partner that you sign up who purchases the smallest starter pack. The amount that you make does increase if you recruit people and those people decide to buy the even larger starter pack. So the bigger starter pack those people buy, the bigger chunk of money you get from it. But let's say the people that you're recruiting are buying the same starter pack you did, which is the $200 one. You would need to find 4 people to sign up with you in the first hour if you wanted to make your money back. Do you really think that you could sell $667 of product or recruit 4 people within the first hour of joining Monat with the oversaturation of market partners out there and the poor reputation that Monat has? Absolutely not. That would be nearly impossible. Maybe for her, as someone who is in the position of being at the top of the company, selling $600 of product in a single hour, that might be a realistic goal for her. But the audience that she's talking to are people who are brand new and that she's trying to get into the company for the first time. And that is completely misleading for those people. Those people don't have a chance of making their money back in the first hour. It's a complete over-exaggeration of the true opportunity at hand, and it is insanely misleading and very, very manipulative. She also said that there are 4 other $1 million earners on her team alone, and so I'm assuming including herself, that means 5 on the same team. And please remember that $1 million earner does not mean millionaire. This just means that they've made $1 million in commissions over the lifetime of their business, which she said has been around for about 5 years. Okay, making $1 million in commission over 5 years is not the same thing as being a millionaire. But aside from that, Monat just had their annual convention where they said that they had 61 $1 million earners in the company. This means that 1/12 of the $1 million earners are on the same team. Monat has only been a company for 7 years, and it took this team 5 years to get to the point of having that many $1 million earners on their team. So if you join Monat today, do you really think that you would have the same opportunity to make it to these ranks and to have a team with that many $1 million earners on it? Absolutely not. They got in at the beginning. They got in early. They had the opportunity to recruit a ton of people to put them in the position of being $1 million earners. As time passes and more people join Monat, the opportunity becomes smaller and smaller. You just have to remember that when you hear from these top earners in these MLM companies and they're talking about how amazing it's been for them and how much money they're making and how high they are in the ranks, it all has to do with timing, luck, and the ability to recruit people. So I guess the point is that these top earners in these companies can talk about how amazing the opportunity is until they're blue in the face, but that's never going to make it true. The opportunity will never be as good for the person who joins today as it was for you who joined 5 years ago. Okay, the next thing we're going to be looking at is a Young Living rep. This is a reel where it says, feeling overwhelmed, searching for clean products in a sea of greenwashing. And then it says, versus how it feels to have the best non-toxic products arrive on my doorstep from a company that values quality above all. And it's the fact that she used the term greenwashing that really caught my attention. Greenwashing is the process of conveying a false impression or providing misleading information about how a company's products are more environmentally sound. Also known as green sheen, greenwashing is an attempt to capitalize on the growing demand for environmentally sound products, whether that means they are more natural, healthier, free of chemicals, recyclable, or less wasteful of natural resources. Our essential oil companies, not like the epitome of greenwashing, their entire marketing is like, we're safe, we're clean, we're natural, we're better for you. Literally greenwashing. I don't get it. So there's this thing called the National Advertising Division, also known as the NAD. Their entire job is to monitor and review misleading ad campaigns from different companies. In July of 2020, the NAD challenged Young Living's, quote, truthfulness and accuracy of its health-related claims about the products. And as a result of that, Young Living is now no longer allowed to use the terms therapeutic grade and 100% pure. Here's part of a memo that was released by Young Living in December of 2020 after this review by the NAD, and it says the National Advertising Division recently asked several companies in our industry, including Young Living, to stop using the phrase therapeutic grade when referring to products. We are replacing these phrases with seed to seal and premium. Our new labels will read seed to seal premium essential oil. Premium is a stronger claim and positions Young Living as the superior essential oil company. And I would just like to point out that these fancy names mean exactly nothing. It was literally that easy for Young Living to be like, oh, we're not allowed to use this tagline anymore, so we're just gonna switch it to this one. They didn't have to do anything to now call themselves seed to seal and premium. It's just a fancy new term that they're going to go by now because the first claims that they were making were deemed misleading. I trust practically nothing that MLM reps say, and I trust absolutely nothing that the MLMs themselves will claim. So when I came across this reel and she was like claiming that other companies greenwash, I just went to Google and I typed in greenwashing Young Living, and this NAD review of Young Living's misleading claims was like the first thing to come up. Imagine how much nicer our world would be if MLM reps would just Google things once in a while. It highlights so beautifully how people in MLMs are so laser focused on whatever it is that the MLM is telling them, and they cannot see how anything outside of what the company is saying could ever possibly be true. It's the blind trust and the brainwashing that really gets me. Like, can we stop just taking your company's word for everything? Can we please start thinking for ourselves? Can we please do our own research? Can we please start being critical thinkers? I am begging. Okay, next on the agenda is an Arbonne rep, and she's doing a very short Instagram live about having a growth mindset.
Hello. I am in the car line waiting to get my baby from school, so I don't have long, but I did want to hop on here and just chit chat with y'all. I wanted to talk about today like a growth mindset versus a goal mindset. So what I've learned over time is basically, you know, we all have goals that we want to achieve. We all set a goal at the beginning of the month, and we all, happy Tuesday. Y'all comment, let me know where you're tuning in from and say hello. But we all have goals in life that we really, you know, it can be, you know, a weekly goal, daily goal. And most of the time it's like a monthly goal. Like for my business, you know, I set myself for monthly goals, and I really aim to hit those goals. So, you know, when we're on these journeys and we're on fire, we're, you know, really catching that momentum, you know, we're really, you know, getting that speed and that energy and that adrenaline. When we finally hit that goal at the end of the month, we basically, you know, we get all hyped up, and then you hit that goal, and then you forget that there's another month ahead of you. So how do you get past that? A lot of people struggle with that, and the answer is you have to have the growth mindset in your head, and you have to be thinking of daily growth and hourly growth rather than a big monthly, you know, end of the month goal.
What really caught my attention is that she said, we're so excited, we hit these goals, but then we forget that it resets the next month. This is the hamster wheel that you get caught in when you join an MLM. You have these personal goals or these team goals that you set at the beginning of the month. They usually have a lot to do with hitting ranks, And then it's a rat race to do everything in your power to hit these goals and hit these ranks. And then boom, the clock strikes midnight on the first of the month and it all starts over again. And I'm not saying that goal setting is a bad thing or that you shouldn't always be striving for something bigger and like resetting at the beginning of each month. I think that's great. But this is a huge issue in multi-level marketing because eventually one day the market's going to dry up. The day will come when you have pitched these products to everybody you possibly can and you have recruited everybody you possibly can, and the opportunity will not be lucrative anymore. As MLM expert Robert Fitzpatrick pointed out, you can recruit 5 people who recruit 5 people who recruit 5 people, and that cycle can only continue for 13 times before you have exceeded the entire population of the earth. There has to be an ending point. There has to be a time where you stop and you look around and you realize this is as far as I'm going to get with this opportunity. There's nowhere else to go. There's no higher to climb. And just having a growth mindset isn't going to change that.
I love goals. I always tell my girls, set a goal for yourself. You need, whatever you have to do to reach that goal, you need to figure out how you need to do that, whether it be hit a daily goal, set up, things that you need to do to hit that goal, whatever that may be. But the secret is figuring out how to create that growth mindset. And that is the mind shift that I've been talking about happening inside of myself now. I can feel it. The energy is just like on fire. It's coming. I just know, like, I can feel the universe like just speaking to me. And I've really just been digging deep into personal growth, and I really advise you to do that and to practice daily habits and define habits. And that's where Arbonne helped me out a lot. But find daily habits and stick to those habits and create those healthy habits. A lot of people try to do so much all the time, and they just think, if I do this, boom, it's going to happen. But that's not the case. You have to have that growth mindset and to really dig deep into yourself and want to grow yourself as a individual, as a leader, as a friend, as a wife, a girlfriend, whatever you may be, fiance. Work on those small things, and I promise you're going to feel that shift. You're going to feel that shift, and you're going to stop reaching for the goal. So I hope that helped. That was just something that really came to my mind today, and just because I've been really feeling this energy shift lately, and I know big things are coming. Summer is fixing to be ending. We're fixing to be coming into fall, and I'm really, really excited for what Arbonne has in store for the next few months. So it's going to be really fun, really exciting, a lot of good stuff. Arbonne has just absolutely changed my life and created just such healthy, positive habits in my life, and I can definitely feel that. So that's my TED Talk for today. The line's fixing to move, so I hope y'all have a wonderful afternoon and stay positive.
I have to be completely honest with you that I have watched this clip several times and I zone out every single time. And it's because this poor girl is just talking in circles. Like every time I tune back in, it's just like mindset, growth, energy, universe. And this is not a trait that's just specific to her, okay? I wanted to show this clip to you because this is an extreme example of how people in MLMs are flooded with toxic positivity and all this talk about like shifting your mindset, having a positive mindset, a growth mindset. And all of that comes without a single tangible tip. She talked for 5 minutes about having a growth mindset and taught the viewer exactly nothing. Like, I did not take anything from that. And I don't say that to like pick on her or be mean. She's seriously the cutest little button of a person. Her little southern accent is so cute. But it's like, Where are the tangible steps? Okay, where is my black and white list of steps that I need to take to have a growth mindset? Setting goals. Okay, how do I set goals? What goals need to be set to be successful in Arbonne? And I guess the point that I'm trying to make is that people in MLMs love to go on social media and pretend like they're self-help gurus without giving people any kind of actual tangible advice or steps or tips that they can take and apply to their own life. It's just constant talking in circles and throwing out all these buzzwords and attempting to portray this image like you have all the answers and you know what to do to be successful and it's all about your mindset. And at the end she's like, hope that helps. And I'm like, I'm more confused now than before I watched the video. I have no idea what's going on. The next thing we're going to be taking a look at is also an Arbonne rep, but she in her profile claims to be in the top 1%. So at the top of the company, apparently. It's a very quick and simple reel. It just says the feeling of stocking up on all your fave products from your own store. But the caption is what really got me. It says, one of the many things I love about my Arbonne business is having a one-stop shop for all my needs. Instead of making big companies like Target, Ulta, Walmart money from shopping or sending recommendations, I get to give that back to myself. The best part is so that you can too. Redirect the money you're already spending on other brands and align yourself with one amazing brand to build a business for yourself. I would love to know how much money she spent on Arbonne over the course of her being a rep. I have an issue with the one-stop shop for all of my needs kind of thing. Only in MLMs do you see people being like, my hair care, my skin care, my supplements, my protein powder, my baby products, my toothpaste, they're all from the same company. That is not a thing in the real world to buy all of your products from the same brand. And for me, as someone outside the business, this sets off extreme alarm bells. Like, this company cannot possibly be producing high quality products in each of these markets. And then she says big companies like Target, Ulta, Walmart. Like, wait, do you not think that Arbonne is a big company? In 2020, Arbonne had an estimated $672 million in revenue, which means that it doesn't qualify for a small business. So I'm not sure what you're trying to claim Arbonne is, if not a big company. But of course, the reps from any of these MLM companies are highly encouraged to ditch all the products that they're used to using and switch over to only the products that their MLM sells, because that is how the MLM makes their money. People outside the company don't have a desire for these products, so you need to ensure that the people inside the company, this is all they're using, because that's where all the product sales come from. And then once you're in the company and you've purchased all of these products for yourself, and in the case of Arbonne, they're all products that will expire or you will use them up and you'll have to replace them. Once you join and once your cabinets are stocked full of Arbonne, you're stuck in the cycle again of having to replace and replenish and repurchase all of these products that you're using. And that's exactly how they get you, right? Because if you've committed yourself to buying all these products and all of your hair care is Arbonne and all your skin care is Arbonne and all your supplements are Arbonne, you're gonna run out and you're gonna have to replace it. That's how Arbonne makes money, and that's how the salespeople for Arbonne are constantly losing money, because they're continually spending more money on their own products than they are ever making back. All right, you guys, that is it for MLM Top Fails number 10. I can't believe there's already been 10 of these. It's been so fun. If there is ever a time that you come across a Instagram story, a reel, a post, a photo, anything like that, screen record it, screenshot it, and send it to me. I would love to include it in a future video. The instructions for how to send things to me is always in the description box of my videos, so head down there and check that out. I would love to keep making this kind of content, and it is super helpful when people send me things to react to, so thank you for doing that if you have already. That's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you, and I will see you in my next one real soon.